We have a very interesting developing story on our hands, and it is in regards to the San Francisco 49ers search for a new defensive coordinator. To get you up to speed, San Francisco 49ers fired Nick Sorensen or moved on. He might still actually have a role with the team. It's just not going to be defensive coordinator. So, at minimum, they have moved on from Sorensen from that role, but now that role needs to be filled. So we've been talking about who are the 49ers potentially going to go after, and we actually got a developing story this morning from Josina Anderson. She is saying that the San Francisco 49ers are expected to offer Robert Saleh the DC position. Now, I have some thoughts on this, but before we get into those thoughts, I also want to talk about that Robert Saleh is expected to have two head coaching interviews. So he is still going to be sought after as a head coach. So how that is going to work is that the only way this is going to happen is that if he doesn't get those head coaching jobs. Now, it's going to be fascinating to see, especially after coming off the situation in New York as the head coach from 2021 to 2024. And most recently, he was with the Green Bay Packers as an offensive consultant. So, but we do know prior to that, he was the 49ers defensive coordinator from 2017 to 2020. So these are my thoughts. Kind of surprised. I guess I'm not surprised that the 49ers would offer him. I think that when I spoke about who the 49ers potential new coach could be and mentioning Robert Saleh, I thought it might be a stretch to think about him being the 49ers new defensive coordinator just because for the simple fact that I was like, I don't know if he'd want to return, to that role. Maybe he does. I don't know. Are there other teams that have open defensive coordinator, spots offering him as well? Is that something that the 49ers will also have to consider to be able to, get him? So it's going to be fascinating to see. But from the reports we are hearing that it does sound like Robert Saleh intends to be in the 49ers plans for trying to get a new defensive coordinator. So I think that's great. That's great to hear. I think what the 49ers really are looking for is just a competent defensive coordinator built within the scheme that Robert Saleh developed in 2017. Obviously, when he left, you had D'Amico Ryans fill in, and D'Amico Ryans was fantastic. He could have got a head coaching job after just his first year as a DC. He opted to return, and then he left for the Houston Texans. But since then, it's been a challenge. They had Steve Wilkes, even though they went to the Super Bowl, he got fired right after that because clearly it just wasn't a fit. The way he called defense didn't match with what Kyle Shanahan wanted, and obviously it was just a little dysfunctional. So they moved on from that. They went with an internal hire. That didn't work, so they're going to sounds like reassign Sorensen to a different position, but they just need someone who's done it before. They need someone who's not only done it but done what they do. And so, yeah, getting Salah back, that would be great. That would be great. I didn't expect that he, and again, the report is the 49ers are expected to offer him. So it's not like the report is, oh, well, he is interested in coming back. Because again, I was just like, I would be surprised if that was the case. But if it is the case, sign me up, man. Like I'm not tripping off that. That sounds like great news. So if that is the case, and the San Francisco 49ers somehow convince Robert Saleh to return, I think that's a move everyone can be excited about. I think that's a move that everyone would welcome with open arms and feel really, really good about. So we'll see. I still that this is the first name that I've seen the 49ers tied to this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I sat in this chair from 7 o'clock last morning to I think 10 o'clock last night, making content nonstop. Um, and I I had a hard time falling asleep, and I woke up at like 8:30, like, oh, wait, what time is it? So I'm a little behind. Bear with me. So I'm still catching up with my morning, but right when I woke up and I looked at my phone, I saw this. I was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta make a video." So bear with me while I'm still waking up this morning and seeing what other news is out there. So I'm currently on the look for any other coaches that the 49ers are being linked to, any other information in that regard. And of course, as always, if anything comes across, I will present it to you and we can have broader conversations about it. So you guys let me know what you think. Are you are you open to having Robert Saleh return? I'm assuming you would, but I do want to hear from you in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.